Good morning, everyone. This is Nate G. It is February 5th, Wednesday. The market is giving us play after play. This week, we've been playing Netflix after earnings as this thing continues to push up above 1,000. We've been playing we've been playing Visa today on the 30-minute chart. That one popped up. Um, we've had a bunch of nice plays. CEG, I think, was another play we were in the room. That's working its way up, and it still looks fantastic. So what I'd like to do is go through and if you can see from the list over here on the left right hand side of my screen, we have a ton of names in a 30-minute squeeze. And we can also pull up Sam. Sam will obviously show all of these, but we can see if there's any more that are out there. And I thought that we would go and see if we can mark up a couple of charts to play a 30-minute squeeze, which usually plays out within a day or two. So, for instance, this Visa trade, we were looking at this Visa trade in this 30-minute squeeze yesterday midday, somewhere in here, and we got a nice pop for a 100% flip out, sort of lotto style trade today. So we're going to see if we can find a couple more of those that are ready to go, and see if we can't get something rolling. So I'm basically just gonna open up here on a 30-minute chart, right? And then I'm just gonna go down this list. I wish they were hooked together. You know what? There was Uber. Oh, did not beat on earnings. I thought I had read something that they had a beat, but I think they guided down. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. Let's get back. So I'm just gonna go down the line, and I'm gonna type them in. AAP is in a 30-minute squeeze, but it's just starting, right? So we don't really need to do anything with that one. ADSK. Now, for those of you, the scan that's going on over here on the right-hand side through Thinkorswim is scanning the market for 30-minute squeezes, but it's also looking for names that are within 20% roughly, 15 to 20% of their all-time high, right? The reason it's scanning for that is because we want something that's right in an uptrend, because we're looking for a TPS style setup. So it's looking for something that is within about 20% of its all-time high, and then also that has weekly options, right? And so the idea behind that is, if it has weekly options, then its option spreads are probably going to be playable, right? So the idea there is that it's trying to weed out some of those. The worst thing is you see it, you come in and you're like scanning and looking at stuff, and you see something like Visa, let's say, for instance. Now, Visa's options are fine, but you look at a chart, you say, oh my God, that's amazing. I want that. You start marking it up. You start figuring things out. You flip over to the options, and you realize they're a $2 or $5 spread options on a $200 stock. You're like, can't do that. Yeah, Gary, I do have a video on how to set up the Thinkorswim scan, but also the Sam does the exact same thing, right? So basically, Sam is giving is scanning for stocks that are near highs, that are in an uptrend, that are in a squeeze, and then also, which this one doesn't do, is it's also telling you when the momentum is swinging to positive, which gives you that A plus, right? But I do have that's on YouTube. And it's just setting up. You should probably search for it or look around for it. It's setting up scans in TOS. So that kind of helps weed some of those out. So basically everything I'm going to see here in this scan is going to show up with weekly options and generally fairly decent spreads. So that kind of eliminates an extra step of seeing a good name and then having to go check the option to see if it's only monthlies, if it doesn't have options. Some don't even have options, which is always kind of frustrating. So okay, so we're gonna go. We were on ADSK was the next one, and I'm only looking right now at 30-minute squeezes. But what we'll find out is you can quickly look at a chart and say, okay, that doesn't have, or that barely has the beginnings of a 30-minute squeeze, but it looks like it has a great 195-minute squeeze or something along those lines. Okay, so BK. BK is interesting in this portion of the pattern, right? But I don't love that this whole thing is rounding with a little gap down here. So I'm not a fan of this chart. Normally in this pattern I would be. In fact, just this pattern, like if this breaks this level to the downside, I could see that being a possible short, right? So we got BK, we got CAH. Again, I've got to lean in close to the mic to see those. CAH, no, don't like that one. COF, I mean, that's another financial, looks the same as BK, right? CBNA, I mean, it's strong. What's that look like on a daily? I mean, that's just strong, but I don't see a pattern that I just have to be in right now, right? Dash was something I was looking at earlier today. This just looks so strong, almost forming a little cup and handle, but there's just not a place to get in right now. I might put a alert on Dash at the 21 EMA to just let me know if it pulls back into that 21 EMA. Right? Okay, so we have Dash, DFS. Again, another financial. Looks almost the same, right? DXCM. So this one might have an interesting 195. That does have a well, let's see, 195. Earnings is February 13th. Is this at all time? No, not quite. Oh, we are into a gap area. That's interesting. I'm gonna leave that one alone for now. It's not in a good uptrend at the moment. I'll get to MA. It'll be on the list. We're going alphabetical here. I'll get to MA. We're gonna go. I mean, this is what you have to do, right? You have to use a scanner that helps, pare down the things you're looking at, but then you have to go in and put in the work. IBM looks so good. I bet it's in like a nice little 15-minuter. I do like this 15-minute squeeze on IBM. I mean, if you like the short, easy lotto style, I don't know that this is going to move a whole lot. You can buy the 265s for, $1.35-ish and play for a move up into that high. But I'm looking for something that's going to have a little bit more juice, right? So let's go IGV. Back to our 30-minute charts. Nothing there. Lulu. Oh, Julu. Lulu. That looks like a... What does that look like to you? Anyone? Bueller? Head and Shoulders, yeah. That looks like a Head and Shoulders to me. Boom, boom, and boom. I don't know why Docu wasn't coming up. Let's see maybe why. I mean, Docu's interesting. I don't love it, but it is interesting. Lotto put on Netflix, huh? Let's see. Yeah, you are crazy. but hey, it might work out if we roll over. I mean, the last couple days we've had mid-afternoon, news that has pulled the market. So, and you've kind of hit a double top here. So, not the worst idea I've ever seen in my life, but interesting. Okay, so back to our Docu Lulu. Okay, now we're to MA. Whoever was asking about MA. I do like this. The only thing I don't love is this morning's. Yesterday. What was that? Huh. I don't know what I think of that pull, but I do like this chart. We're up here, all-time highs, after an earnings bump. I do like that one. It does look to me like it needs to get up above 563.02. That's what it looks like to me. I'd probably be using 558.22 as a stop, potentially, if we like this trade. Play that up into the high. It's a 1 to 5. I like that. I can get behind that. I mean, and also with Visa pushing that and AXP in a nice setup, I think MasterCard is. I mean, I wouldn't. Here's another thing that you'll find the longer you trade is a lot of times you want to make sure that you're not completely loaded in all the same types of names. So right now, MasterCard looks great, AXP looks great, Visa looks great. And being in all three of them seems like, okay, well, there's some great charts out there. But the experience that I've gained from that is um, if you're swing trading all three of them and that sector takes a hit, your entire portfolio takes a pretty nasty hit. And so from those lessons, I've learned that if I'm looking at a number of charts and a number of them look good and I want to be in all of them, but they're all from the exact same sector, I usually start to get a little concerned. Not concerned that the sector is going to roll over, but just to have all my chips in, so to speak, into one sector, um, because then the possibility of waking up and everything you were in is underwater. But I do like Mastercard a lot. Let's see what else we've got. Ooh, I like this Marriott chart as well. Not quite there. Maybe Marriott wants 300, huh? I'd like to pick up Marriott down here at 290.62 area. I think it's a hair extended where it is right now. But if this continues to drift lower off of this sort of double top up here, down into that area, I would be a short-term buyer on that. That's the area I'm looking at. And I'd probably be in the February 14s for next week if I were playing it, because February 11th is earnings. So that's another option. Lulu, Mar, MCK. No, I don't love that one as much. Meta? Oh, Meta looks amazing. Meta looks a lot like Netflix, doesn't it? I could see a risk down to swing low. Play that low a day to high a day, looking at 1 to 3. Lotto style. Let's see how the metas look. Maybe play the 715s. Kind of like that one. Let's see what else. MMM on the 30. Oh, that one's extended. That one's gone. MPC. I think Nate was looking at MPC earlier. see anything there. NDX. PLTR is insane. Look at that thing. Yeah, I like PLTR. Let's see what it looks like here on a 5-minute. I mean, PLTR, I would almost want to just go out further out. It just seems, it's one of those can't quit kind of things. Go swing low to there. CEG going. Let's see. Sure is. Into the void. Nice. DBG. Good trade there. I'm going to wait on PLTR, but it's on my watch list here. There's not a lot to do with that one. Let's see, PM at the moment. PM is also kind of interesting. More on like a 78 130. Oh, earnings is real close. Okay, so that one's out. Real close. Is that tonight? That's probably tonight. QCOM. The Qs are in a... God, look at all that volatility. Gaps, gaps, gaps. Just Gap City, right? Oh, I like this one too. So we're in the room. We're obviously been playing RDDT. Man, that one's hard for me to say for some reason. Must be the concussion. But this 30-minute squeeze is pretty interesting as well. Huh. What do I think here? RDDT. That's its high. I kind of like this one. I'd love it off VWAP, but I think this one might be my play. Hold on. How close are we to earnings? We're not. Man, those are juiced. Oh, here we go. Earnings on the 12th. So that's next week. That would explain... That would explain why the options are so expensive. But, you know what I could see is a put credit spread. If you did the two... Let's see. Sell the 220s. No. Let's see, 205s. You could sell the two, let's see. I was looking at sell the 210s, buy the 205s. Oh, that's way down here. All right, those two. Or, what about the 215? Let's see what that looks like. Sell the 215, buy the 210. So then you're risking about $300 to make $200. And then and the 215s are there at that point of control. What would the 212s, 21250s look like? 21250s are 210s. All right, still kind of a 2-to-1. Sorry, is this helpful or cumbersome to go through? Mr. Bear, what's up, man? We're just looking for trades. I like this RDDT 30-minute, but options are so juiced that we're thinking about playing a put credit spread on it and selling some premium. Yeah, isn't it? And as I get closer and closer, it just still keeps looking great. I mean, you could buy, I could see, you know, the 220s aren't for this week. That'd be a lotto style play. But if it just wants to continue to go sideways, selling some premium might not be a bad idea. I think I like this 215, 210 sell. It's more aggressive. All right, so we'll do, it's way more aggressive. So we're looking at 215, 210. Get about $1.95 credit thereabouts, and you're risking about, you know, 200. You're risking 300 to make 200 potentially, but that's for this week, right? So you can sell those for this week, and that's per contract, right? So I kind of like that. Or I also like the 220s. So this could be, we could do, let's write this out. We could buy 220 calls for February 7, lotto, or sell the 215 P's and buy the 210s credit spread. Those are, oh, sorry, those are also, okay, come on. 427. There you go. I like that one. So here you're just buying a straight call. Here you're selling a put credit spread with both are bullish. Does anybody have any questions on that? That's bad, Finnegan. That is bad. Man. Okay, so we found a trade. It took us a little while. Found a trade that we like. Oh, that is a good reload there on Netflix, Nate. I like it. And then, if it goes against us, we just need to manage, if you're doing the spread portion, you just need to know how to get in and out of a spread if it goes against you. But that means that this RDDT needs to close above 215 on Friday for that to give you max profit. LTB stands for load the boat. It's almost always meant in jest. Okay, I'm going to jump off, let Mr. Bear come back on, but and that's how you do it. You go through your scans, you look for something that's setting up that you like, that you want to put your money into, come up with a trade plan, and then execute said trade plan. That's the grind. Somebody else said team earlier. Yeah, team looks pretty good. There's a bunch of these gap up, slow sideways upwards. Oh, TJX. It is for everyone but you, D-Man. All right, I'm just kind of going down the rest of the list, seeing if anything else really hits me in the face, but it does not. So RDDT, man, I can't say that one fast. Reddit is the one I like the best. VST 60. I mean, VST just looks great anyway. Yeah, look at that. Nice rounding momentum. Ready to go. I picked this one up down in here on a D-man wreck one day. Rode that well up into that volume area here. But because it worked, it was my trade, and I gave D-man 0 credit. All right, y'all. I will talk to everyone later.